It wasn't just the planes, the ballers, the 8.20 patch they messed up with shield and health and material farming. Now Epic is further destroying competitive mode, and again, every pro is sick of this and super mad at Epic, and they can't believe that they messed up Fortnite even more than they already have. Today, Epic Lumen put a post up on the Fortnite BR subreddit called Competitive Fortnite State of Development. Cool, right? I mean, the biggest tournament Fortnite has ever seen is coming, and $100 million is on the line, so this has to be some good news. But no. They talk about arena mode and new scoring, some custom rewards for reaching divisions, not bad. They talk about performance improvements like an FPS display for console players and better overall FPS. Nice, Epic, not bad at all. And then we see a section called stretched resolution. Uh-oh. Every pro uses stretch resolution and they love it. So this better be good after the mess they already made. Epic says in the near future, we will be updating how we handle custom resolutions on PC. When using a custom resolution, vertical frame of view will be locked. Horizontal frame of view will be unlocked in all modes. But in competitive playlists, we will be locking the aspect ratio to 16:9. Big yikes. F in the chat for almost every single pro out there because they almost all use stretched. Even big names like Tfue and Ninja were some of the last ones to go stretch since they stream so much, and most people say it looks a little bit uglier than the regular 16:9 aspect ratio, but Ninja said this on Twitter today. The revert back to Season 1 settings, adding arena, increased queue times in the later sections, and now removing stretched res from competitions. All of this somehow better be paying off, because if this is somehow not benefiting Epic, I don't know what they are doing. Ninja stayed quiet for so long and now he's looking at Fortnite like, what are you doing, Epic? I gotta say, I'm glad he's using his voice and his platform to question Epic and hold them accountable on some of these decisions. Like this one, it just makes no sense. Nick Merckx replied to Ninja and said, LOL, I'm confused, fam. And you guys might not know, but through all this mess, Nick Merckx has been pretty chill with Epic like Ninja used to be and Dakota's used to be, but now he is like, what the heck is going on at Epic? But of course, there is always another side, and you guys know I like to show it to you. So Drifter replied to Ninja and said, stretch res removal is probably just for spectator viewing comfort. Also looks bad for big advertisers to spend money on something that is broadcast in the wrong resolution. Honestly, not a bad point. If it's a World Cup and hundreds of thousands or millions of people are watching it, it has to look good, right? Right under Drifter at MLC Stealth said, I can't watch any stream with a stretched resolution. The stream just looks terrible. So there we have the other side now, and I can't say I don't think stretched looks kind of ugly too. So what do you guys think? Here we have almost all of your popular names and pros that are bringing hype and attention to the World Cup and probably the biggest tournament we'll see in Fortnite's history and beyond, versus Epic, who is now forcing them to play something different than they have for even like a year now, right before the World Cup starts. That's like right before the Super Bowl, the NFL and refs get together and say, hey, instead of wearing cleats, you guys have to wear Crocs. But guess what though? Myth actually kind of calls out Ninja in a reply today, and he says this. I remember one day we were talking on stream about how you felt like stretched shouldn't be a thing for comp. Has that opinion changed since then? And why? Or was it just a meme that flew over my head? But I mean, if Ninja said it, then Myth is fine to call him out, but look at how Ninja replies to him. The first line is the best. He says, this tweet annoys me severely. I can't help but laugh at that. It is mostly about how they are executing everything, allowing stretched at the last secret skirmish, then switching a week after arena even launches. I was practicing with it and now it's all wasted. Same for every pro player that uses it. Ninja had no stretched for so long because apparently there is an advantage to it too, but besides the point, Ninja finally switched to it and got used to it, and then bam, Epic says no stretched allowed. I definitely see why he's upset. Epic just keeps coming out of nowhere with these changes and no warning. They seem to be like legit panicking before they show their game in front of the world to see. But can you imagine if a bug got one of their top pros killed, like what happened to Ninja the other day? And now it actually happened to Tfue also. Check this out.
I'm so pissed.
So just like Ninja, Tfue got launched out of the side of his cannon and died. Imagine that happens in like one of the final circles and a player loses out on thousands of dollars. It would be chaos, and there is no way they can remake the game because that wouldn't be fair to those players who are still alive. Speaking of Tfue, this is his response to Epic making these changes right before the World Cup. A tweet with no words and one SpongeBob gif. I think it says it all. Now, Poach, who plays for Liquid, put this out just saying LOL. But a little time passed and then Poach drops bombs on Epic with this tweet. He says, "Don't really need to rant about this one. Think the community will be loud. Won't matter though. Zero integrity." Serious yikes here. And do you guys think Poach is being too harsh? I know some of you guys are like, yeah, screw the pros, Stretch is ugly, so what? Remember, there is no World Cup without these top players that are entertaining to watch. Like, do we want bots in there who can't even build a 1x1? Epic just gave a huge slap in the face to almost every pro who is making this possible for them. But I'm with you. I do think Stretch is pretty ugly, but I'm not the pro who has practiced over a year to be the best in the world, have $100 million on the line, and then weeks before just get your entire feel and vision for the game changed. I don't mind the change. I see why Epic did it, but this is seriously the wrong way to go about it. So what do you guys think? Who is right here, the pros or Epic? Liquid Chap even got in on it and said, "It's crazy time after time. I am absolutely amazed with how incompetent Epic Games is at running anything competitive. These boys are not holding back." Then he said, "Yo, at Scissors, when is your next death run? Much more competitive than Worlds will be." So what does Epic even say to this? It's a slaughter for Epic today, and it gets even worse than you thought because today somebody actually hacked their Twitter account. I can't show you everything they said on there, but even Keemstar was posting about it, and in the picture you can see that the hacker said to follow at Cal086. So anyway, you go to Cal086's Twitter page and he left one tweet for all of us to laugh at. It says, "Omega lol." Dakota's replied to him and said, "Bruh." And I don't know if you guys remember, but Tfue got hacked on Twitter too, and I'm pretty sure it was Cal that did that too. People in the comments were saying like Epic deserves it and stuff, and this is what happens when you take away Stretch. But man, I just feel bad for Epic these days. They've been a great company, but this is all just a lot for them to handle, and most of it is their fault besides being hacked, of course. At Veller Gaming said, "LOL, Fortnite emphasizes so much on two-step authentication, yet they get their Twitter hacked." And honestly, tell me he isn't right, but who knows? I think anyone can get hacked really, but man, this is an insane couple of months for Fortnite, and I don't know. Do you guys think Epic can pull themselves out of this hole? FaZe Avery said, "I wish Fortnite would have reverted the patch as fast as they dealt with the person that hacked their account." And earlier he said, "Okay, Fortnite, I have a compromise. Give us an FOV slider and we will stop bugging you about your questionable decision making." Now, what Avery means for an FOV slider is for frame of view that can change your in-game view around you. And that is what most people are after when they go stretch stress anyway. He has a good point, and Fortnite has needed an FOV slider for a long time. And most major games have had this already for a long time because it's like a must in first-person shooters and BRs. Now, TSM Slappie tweeted out, "What if we all just protested the World Cup and didn't play it?" I mean, it's a possibility, but that would take every single pro player, known and unknown, to just not participate, and then they would lose out on a ton of money. That's probably exactly why something like this wouldn't happen, because all these players are hungry. They want a chance to this huge pile of money Epic is giving out, and they've been practicing for over a year. That is also why they probably think that they can do whatever they want, because Epic, I mean, it's not like all the pros would just quit and not have a chance at the money. That'd be unheard of in gaming. But Slappy also tweeted, "Y'all remember this?" and a picture saying Epic will hold off on releasing game-changing Fortnite updates before big tournaments. And he even said right before this, Epic really snaked us. They were slowly letting us play stretched more and more until it became normal for tourneys to have stretched, and then they take it all away. Now you can see why all these guys are upset, but even Nick Merckx, he's hitting the truth hard with this tweet. He said, I understand everybody playing on the same resolution, but why right now? Such a monumental change 10 days before the qualifier at Fortnite game confuses me, man. Myth calls them out too, saying, I just thought it was funny how we all switched to stretched and now we're all going to go back running to 1920. Even pros that make fun of content creators have to play on native now. And I just think it's comedic. It's a mess. We'll see how Epic tries to dig out of this hole, but it might be too deep. Click like and subscribe right now if you guys haven't already. Twitch.tv, thatdenverguy for the best stream ever. And of course, use code thatdenverguyyT in the item shop. I hope you guys are loving these videos and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love, Denver.